Why?
Because he voted the way he voted for amnesty 3 times for one thing. So, that don't make him a conservative.
Oh, Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan gave amnesty. Is he not a conservative?
Because bottom line is, Randy, you don't believe...
You just skipped over that fact. Why?
We are a nation of laws.
Yeah, but Ronald Reagan... Wait a minute.
If you're for illegals to be here, then I want to be
City of tiny lights. I'll just sing while you yell. Ronald Reagan...
I'm not yelling. I'm just saying that we are a nation of laws, and when we don't follow our laws...
Ronald Reagan gave amnesty in 1987. Is he not a conservative?
Yeah, but he also had...
He also raised taxes. Is he not a conservative? He also doubled the gas tax. Is he not a conservative? Is Ronald Reagan a RHINO?
Wouldn't be in today's party. No, he probably wouldn't be. But,
so don't you get that you are screwing yourself out of a Ronald Reagan? Don't you get that you're doing that with this Tea Party swill?
Well, Evan Bayh was too chicken to run, and now we've got rid of this guy. So, it's time for a change. And you know what? It would be a great thing if the Republicans had the House and the Senate, and Barack Obama got reelected. Hey, it was a good thing when Bill Clinton was in there. Things was good.
I think in Bill Clinton's day, in the 90s, people worked together. This Tea Party is not... but that doesn't... Listen, you just heard what Mourdock said, this guy that you, elected yesterday, or chose as your nominee for the Senate. He's, he said that he's not for bipartisanship. He's for more partisanship.
Well,
so who... I want to know, Mike, who loses when the Senate says no to everything that would move us forward?
You know what? Right now, there's nothing getting done because there's no. You've got 2 against 1. So basically, if you have
2 what against 1 what?
Then something's going to have to be done. So
2 against 1 what? I don't understand. All right, thank you. I'm sorry. When you talk and talk and talk. I mean, I asked you a whole bunch of questions. You have no answers for them. None whatsoever. Ronald Reagan would be a RHINO today. Doesn't that say just about everything that you're advocating for is just bullcrap? It's all feelings. You would literally deprive your party from another Ronald Reagan because Ronald Reagan voted for amnesty. He passed amnesty in '87. Ronald Reagan doubled the gas tax. Ronald Reagan raised taxes. Ronald Reagan did a whole lot of stuff that Grover Norquist would primary him for. I mean, honest to God, man, what is wrong with you? And, the idea, I don't know what the 2 against 1 is. Does anybody know what the 2 against 1 reference was? What? You need 60 votes in the Senate to get anything done. So the president doesn't have the House. He doesn't really have the Senate. They just filibustered yesterday the student loan bill, okay? Interest rates will double on student loans because of the Republican Party and a filibuster yesterday. They filibustered the automobile bailout, which turned out to be absolutely the wrong way to go. This auto bailout and the restructuring plan that was put before the Senate, where they filibustered and wouldn't even vote on that thing, turned out to be a resounding success. I mean, you guys are wrong on everything all the time. I think you just ought to need to, just be quiet now. But thank you very much for getting Dick Lugar out of the way and clearing the way for a genuine election for Lugar's seat for once in 30-some-odd years. Because Lugar was bulletproof, indefeatable, undefeatable. He was somebody that, if he were running again, we wouldn't put any money into Indiana. None. Dick Lugar's a RHINO. Why? Well, for one thing, he voted for amnesty. Yes, and Ronald Reagan signed it. I don't think you realize that the amnesty that he voted for was signed by Ronald Reagan. That's how long Lugar's been there, by the way. And everything Lugar knows, he learned from Ronald Reagan. That was his president. He was president. He was in the Senate the whole time Ronald Reagan was president.
Randi Rhodes.
Turn up your mind. Here. Now.
This is the Randi Rhodes Show.
You are progressive.